are live. Let me see here. Go here. Turn the sound off. Not yet. All right, give it a few seconds to notify you. Let's see. And yeah. And it says live. Okay, cool. Awesome, awesome. I was a little irritated apparently. I did not know till just now. Good morning, good morning. All right, yeah, takes a good minute. Yay, 999. Good, 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 yes. All right, let me turn this a little bit so I can see better. I got my computer so I can see the chat. And anything else that might need to happen? How are you today? I got some cards. Well, I left the same cards out I had last time apparently because I didn't put them away. So we'll just stay with them. I was going to grab some other ones and I got distracted. How are you feeling today? I feel a little heavy actually. I was walking around. I'm like, why? I'm just kind of short and yeah. Just noticing what's showing up. And yeah, feeling I was like, I don't think this is my stuff. But yeah, definitely feeling some heaviness. Hey, Steph, good morning. Good morning, good morning. How are y'all doing? Still pretty early there in Cali. We are being, I feel like it, maybe not. It just feels like the energy, like it's, I've said it pushing, but it's, I don't even know if it's that accurate. Alita, good morning. The tribe is here. Awesome. That's exciting. How are you feeling? I was just saying I'm feeling heavy this morning. I went out for a walk and I'm like, oh, I just kind of feel this heaviness. I need my phone to chat and I have you on the big screen. Oh, I like that. Yes, people are short, angry, and agitated in my household. Oh, yes. Lou's gone right now, so I don't have anybody in my household, but yeah, my cats are kind of edgy. I have lots of cats, but I was out walking and one of them I went to pick him up and he was mad at the other cat and mad at me, and I'm just like, oh, all right, you go do you. So I just let him go. Yeah, so just some real kind of, we went to a meeting last night and the night before, just some weird, it just feels weird. Oh, I know what it was. I this morning I was like, what is this? What am I feeling or not feeling, or what's showing up here? And it's like, I'm no longer straddling. There's no longer a straddle of what's old and what's new. It's very clear what's old and what's being moved, pushed. Like, that's how I say it. It's pushed. It's being pushed to the surface for us to clear. And on these days where it's a 999 energy, it's triple intensified because it's 9 year. It's the 9th year since the last 999. So 9 month, 9 year, and a 9 day. 27 is 9. Yes. So my computer's off. I've been missing you all. Yes, living in the moment, just doing the necessary things I'm trying to do in the moment, paying attention to the riding the waves. Yeah, they are waves for sure. And I felt like this morning, I thought, well, the place I'm at right now is there's nothing old to hold on to. So there's that gap. And I don't know what's the new yet. I'm feeling it, but I don't really know what's the new yet. Can you relate to that? Is that relatable to you all? The things that are not working are quickly dissipating, quickly leaving. They sometimes come to the surface. How many of y'all are still noticing, and maybe even more so, some of those really old memories, or someone will say something that triggers some old memory from 30, 40, 50 years ago. That's happening a lot. Some of it is because there might be still some residual to clear out or some residual in the field. I've noticed people attracted to me or coming into my field have struggled with mental illness. And I'm like, WTF? What is that? What is that about my energy that's attracting that? I'm not sure yet. But definitely noticing what's happening. Good morning, Sam. I'm great. I'm great today. I've not been sleeping well either, but I'm still functioning, crawling back into my own body, all the self-doubt and holding myself back. From all the self-doubt and holding myself back. Yes. Friends are telling me things that I needed to hear about old behaviors that I've been working on. Yes, that's so awesome because you're approachable. This is for everyone. When someone feels comfortable enough to come and tell us, and they feel safe enough, whether we've asked them or it's just an opportunity. So they suddenly, it's like something shifted in us. I'll say for Steph, because I know you and you just put that in there. So for Steph, something shifted and they feel like they can approach you and share it. What a gift. What a beautiful gift. Yes. And I know because that's been me for a long time. People didn't feel like I was approachable. I was told that a lot. I was not approachable. They felt very intimidated. And I'm like, I don't know what to say about that. I got nothing about that, Sam. I didn't go there. Yes. So it's people. And so the other piece of that, now that you mentioned that, people are leaving the planet. People are just leaving the planet because they're done here. They've done their duty and they're leaving. Whether it's through their own taking or something happens and they leave. The awareness of not allowing others' energies to dictate my own. Yes. Let's see, is it all on? Yeah, it's all on there. Okay. And thank you. You can take that off if you like. It is so important, the awareness of not allowing another's energy to dictate my own. I've been listening to, it came across as the next video I was listening to driving, and it was Carl Jung talking about empaths. And it was someone unpacking his studies. And so it was very validating and very confirming, and just, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so incredible for us to learn how to be whole and complete in our own self and not allow, not the word I want to use. It's learning how to discern what's me and what's them, but because when we're young and we experience the traumas and we shut ourselves down because of all the implication or even words that have been said about us being too sensitive or too deep or too whatever, too something, too emotional, then hold on, I'll get to that question. Then we stuff all that down and now we don't know where I end and the world begins because I'm enmeshed. Because I'm that sensitive to feel it all. So now we're learning to discern that. What's me, what's them? How do I turn my blinkers inward and maintain my own space and my own energy when I feel everything around me? We'll still feel it all, but we don't have to take it all on. And that's the discerning factor. Because we can't even discern what's mine, what's yours, until you know what is you and what you've taken on. So this is where we're at here in this energy field, as the energy's been really upgrading us and up-leveling our DNA spaces for us to shift and to be here on the planet doing what we came here to do. What about the ones that leave the earth before being able to finish accomplishing their goal? Well, so it's all divine timing. They've accomplished whatever they needed to at that time. So I trust that divine timing. Extended family members having illness, surgery, close to death. Yes. I saw a message yesterday that someone was just at a meeting I was at a couple weeks ago. in recovery, and he relapsed and he died. So people are dying like that. So for some people, it feels like it's too much, and it's too hard. We all know it's been a lot of work. Been a lot of work for us to stay on the planet. I've been slowing way down so I can feel my surroundings. I feel like I've never been me actually living in my body. 100%. 100%. It's easier to be out in the ethers. It's easier to read everybody else's energy than to deal with our own. Because that's what we know. It's very comfortable, it's very easy, and it's very innate in us. And we have been taught that we are here to be the saviors and rescuers and fixers and healers and save the planet. That's not totally true. We're here to do our own remembering. Thank you for the heart. Our own remembering. We're not here to save everybody else. By you doing our own remembering and who we are and why we're here. That's why I'm been so emphatic about deal with you. Let them deal with them. We can guide and assist along the way, but we cannot do it for them. And it's no longer, it's never been our role to transmute their energy. Some people are transmuters, but how we transmute is by transmuting us, and then the energy filters out and transmutes those around us. We naturally, innately will transmute for people, which gets in the way of them doing their own. Noticing people going back to old coping mechanisms. Yes, because they're going to go back to what's comfortable and what's familiar. This is the biggest message I've received from you. Yes. Awesome. Consistent. And it took me years to learn that. I was so busy being the people pleaser, being the rescuer, the savior, the healer, the let me help you because I can't help myself. I don't know who the hell I am, so I'm going to try to fix you. I'm wounded and broken beyond repair, so I'm going to work on you. I didn't think that consciously then. That didn't come till later. But that's part of when we come in and we're taught, whether it's consciously or not, or when we carried lifetimes of being suppressed. That was so me in the past too. Yes, absolutely. So we've been suppressed for so long over lifetimes, and now we've culminated in this one lifetime to clear that. But we also, at this point, in other lifetimes, we died or were killed. The energy couldn't support us to keep going, to rise higher, so we left the planet. Now we're here moving through it. Holy crap. It's big. Big. Feels like a lot. It's no wonder people are checking out because it's a lot. We've chosen not to. Right, exactly. Right? Wow. Yes. When we're so enmeshed, because that's what we know, it's difficult. It's been in the past. I'll leave it at the past. It's been difficult to know, who am I? Because I'm so busy focusing on other people and reading the energy. When I come in the room, I'm not even present. I'm off in the ethers. Like Alita said, I'm not even in my body. Because I'm busy out there, feeling out there. And that's why this course coming up here starting next week, the Consciously Evolving Empath, is to further assist us in maintaining our own space. Stop stepping over that boundary, our own boundaries, to become that whole person and to know exactly who I am and to be able to discern what's me and what's you. Those deeper layers. We've done a lot of that big stuff. We know, but there's still some things, right? There's still those real subtle things that are showing up. Like, I've dealt with this. Why is it now? Why is it coming now? Because it's the next layer. I used to feel like I was repeating the same freaking mistakes over and over, or the same situations. And while it looks or feels the same, I'm moving up the rungs of the spiral. So it's like, it's a weird, so I have this visual of, I'm going up the spiral, but I'm digging deeper. Right? So I'm getting those real deep core layers as I move up vibrationally up the spiral. So I'll put the link in here afterwards if you're interested. I don't know if I have it up to do that right now. I might. I do. Wow. Look at that. Put it in the comment here. So if you're interested in joining, check it out. If you have any questions about it, ask. All right. There it is in the chat there for you. And then I'll put it in the comment, in the description after I'm done. Excellent. Our big spongy hearts seem to pull in the negative forces. They're very heavy. This is the dance. This is the dance between the light and the dark. I'll just use those images, right? The light and the dark, like we have like Luke, Jedi Luke, and Darth Vader, or the light and the dark. And we're attracted to each other. Because they have something that we want. Until we see it for what it is. Those that can be negative and heavy, they also have something that we want. And we are the light, and so of course we have something they want. So we're just like flies coming to the, the bugs that come to the zappers. And we get zapped, but we don't realize it until we're like depleted. And sometimes we can get out, and sometimes we don't. And sometimes we can stay in them and keep doing our own part. To remind us, it is, yes, to remind us, excuse me, it's also to help us when we become really aware and very conscious of it. It's to help us remember. Because sometimes, it's like the narcissist and the empath, of where we are blessed. Yes, of course. Narcissist, empath. Similar situations. We've all had trauma. They've gone to one extreme and we've gone to another extreme. But we've experienced very similar things. Most often they have the charisma. They're very, they seem very light and bright and happy in the world, and then it's just that slow burn. We are like, oh my gosh, they're just so love bombing us. Typical narcissistic pattern, right? They love bomb us. We're like, oh yes, they understand me, and then we're like, oh, and I understand them, and they're wounded and they're hurting, and no, let me save them. And we're in it. We're in it, and we're getting just beat down. The foundation just constantly being eroded in those situations until we realize it. If we aren't careful, they turn us into them. We do whatever it takes. They do not do it to us. They do them, we do us. Here's what happens. I'm going to do whatever the fuck it takes to survive. And yes, it looks like narcissism. It's not. We're not narcissists. We might have some of the traits, but we're trying to figure out how to survive in the situation that's going to kill us if we stay in the way that it is. My experience has been most people that have that kind of a personality disorder don't often change. And they'll change long enough so that you feel safe again, and then right back in that same pattern. I didn't know this was all coming up today, so very good. Good, because this is some of that 999, this triple intensified, so we're feeling it deep, so that we can clear it. Not so we can keep wallowing and holding on to it. So we can look at it, see it for what it is. They only change if they want to and do a lot of work. Yes. And they often only change if they're going to get something out of it. You know, that's just the truth for any of us. Most of us do this stuff because we know there's a payoff. We know we're going to get something really good. The payoff changes from being something unhealthy for us to something that's really beneficial for the world. We go from selfish to selfless. That's been my experience. Change. Yeah, I've been working on the energy info I've learned from you. Yes. It's all me in and out of. Yes, it's all you. It is all you. It's all me. Nobody does anything to us without our consent. Nobody. I give you permission. And sometimes it comes in the very early stages of the relationship. Usually that's the case. It came in the beginning. We set up the rules. And then one of us begins to grow. The other doesn't want to grow. Keeps pulling us back in until we learn and become strong enough to stand on our own. Learn and experience what if it presented for us to learn. Yes. Learn in the experience what it presented for us to learn. Yes, often it's how to love ourselves and to stop giving our energy and our power away. But we don't know that. This is one of the hardest lessons I had to learn. Yes, me too. I think for all of us, it's one of the hardest things because we're so enmeshed energetically. We can't discern energetics or emotions. So now I think I'm all fucked up, but I've taken on their shit. I got all their emotional baggage in their energy field that now I carry with me and think it's me. Some of it might be because I have my own stuff to deal with. But if I can't discern what's me and what's them, I'm going to carry their crap. Passionate about this one because this has been a long road. It's been a long road to get here, to know that I don't have to do that. Will they always target us? No, they won't. That's part of the when we become whole and we're shining really bright in the world, they're like, oh, I better steer clear of that one. Because they know we can see them and we're not going to put up with their crap. So no, we're not always targeted. But if we are still in the space of, or we haven't fully cleared our own field of that rescue or transmuting for them, then they'll still be attracted to us. Yeah. So that's part of why this whole consciously evolving empath came, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so powerful for us to stand and be our own sovereign being where we don't have to do that. We shine so bright that those people just go, oh, let's not mess with that person. They're just going to go away. And if they come in even a little, you spot them a mile away. So this gets into the, we have the physical boundaries, but we have the energetic boundaries. And so when we are clearing our own stuff and clearing the field, our energetic field around us, it becomes a very clear energetic boundary. Like I had a person who was, I didn't realize it right at first. I'm like, what is this going on? I talked to her, and next time I talked to her, I'm like, she's manipulating me. I'm like, done. This does not fly with me. Boom. She never did it again. I never said a word to her. I just got clear in my own field. I'm not playing in that sandbox. We need to stand brave and courageous for our own energy. Yes. Yes, we do, but we don't have to be a jerk about it. We just get really clear on our boundaries. And that's something that can be very challenging for us. Because we're born, don't feel so deeply. Be this way. Come in this box and behave a certain way. And then so we've shoved all this stuff down. I don't know where I end and you begin. Because I'm busy trying to fix it all for you. And transmute for you. Our aura will then repel them. Yes. And that doesn't mean we won't have our moments. our weak moment. We all have those. We're human. But when we're standing in our own sovereignty, we're just so solid in who we are. And we know exactly how to be masterful with our own energy. We do stop. And if they come near us, we know exactly how to just click it into place and then you're like, and they move on. I've seen it happen. It's pretty cool. I needed that word, sovereign. Yes, it's a good word. I didn't know that for a long time. I didn't know. I didn't even know what sovereign meant. I'm like, what does that mean? That means me. I'm a whole person. I'm whole and complete. And I'm no longer wavering in my field. Things still show up because we're still clearing this stuff. And that's where when you have those old memories that are coming in, that's what that's all about. It's showing up for us to clear those old lingering things that are living in our energy field and our tissue. Most of them I have experienced so far have not been huge traumatic things. They kind of just float on through and I'm like, wow, I haven't thought of that in a long, long time. So then if it sticks, check in with yourself. If those memories stick a little bit, what's left there? What's the energy that's left in that's still lingering for you? Because it's not just that one memory. It'll be there because there's no exemptions. If there's one of those that's still sticking, it's going to be throughout. And so clearing that, breathing into that, pausing. This thing is repeat, on repeat, pause, breathe, body, clear. Which is what you're doing. We're going to dive deeper. We're going to dive deeper into the consciously evolving empath. Very excited about this. All right. Let's see what else. Questions? Any questions? I was wondering where I was gonna go with that. So thank you for showing up. You know, I'm thinking of what Mel said about being in the family. My second marriage, I knew that my happiness was my responsibility, but I was in a place with this person that was just miserable. He was sober. He'd been sober for a long time, but he had never worked a program. And so that kind of just misery loves company. And I'm like, well, my happiness, and I was determined to stay and try to make it work. And my happiness is my responsibility, not his. But every time I would do something or go do the thing that I felt happy about, I would come home and be punished. Silent treatment, whatever. Just being a turd. This step, secret language of light, is what we're talking about, sensitivity. Pretty. I love roses. It's a pretty card. It's a personal decision to stay or go in those kind of situations. Sometimes we're there because that's a circumstance that's kept us there. We feel like we need to be there. Sometimes it's really about taking the action to do something different. It's possible to stay and to be your own person and be happy, but it's a lot of work because the environment that I'm in is constantly heavy. And it's the work that it feels heavy for me is to constantly keep trying to lighten it up. So that's where the deal with yourself, deal with your own energy, continue raising your own vibration, however that looks for you. Movement is great. Going for a walk, being out in nature, that's probably one of the most powerful ways to do that. I love my bath. That helps. Water. So do you, but whatever you need to do to keep your vibration high. like any habit and pattern that we have had up till now, let's say, the more that you practice the new way, raising your vibration and staying in that frequency and doing the things that keep you moving in that direction, that becomes the new pattern and habit. So in the beginning, we're like, oh my God, this is so much work. It's so hard. It's so difficult. Blah, it's just like, it's a grind. Because the ones that we've been born with that came when we were children have been up till now. And it takes something. It does take something to change it. But once it's a habit, it doesn't take the same effort. Right? Now it's a habit. Will we ever default to the old? Yes. But you'll notice it right away and you'll move right out of it. So just keep going. What's my point about it? Keep going. Keep being vigilant with yourself. You are your own advocate. Nobody can do it for you. And that's where this boundary is here. Nobody can do it for you, and you can't do it for anyone else. Awesome. I'm glad that landed. We get help. Obviously, we get help. You come here, you're with me here on this. Some of you come into the programs that I'm doing. We get help. Because if I don't know what I don't know, I don't always know where to go different. And I'm not yet trusting myself to know what the guidance is. And sometimes the guidance comes through other people. Boundary work is huge for sure. It is huge for sure. And it's something that doesn't come natural to us. Our innate thing is to transmute for everyone. It's easy. We learn to support ourselves through the boundaries, begin to trust ourselves again. Yes, creating boundaries creates trust. Some people will stay and some people won't. And you're going to be noticing, no, you're accurate. You're very accurate. We learn to support ourselves through boundaries. It's a beautiful, powerful form of self-love. Boundaries equal self-love. Boundaries equal trust. We're saying to the little child inside of us, you can trust me now to take care of you and set some boundaries so that we're not just being a doormat or feeling like a victim or being abused. Absolutely. And it's practice. That takes real practice to do it. And no is a complete sentence. I have someone I was working with, and she's got this long-standing friend. I said, you're being abused. She's like, I just want to know. And she was avoiding my questions. I said, okay. All right, well, then I'm going to tell you how to set the boundary. So I can tell I'm like, obviously you're avoiding my questions. You don't want to go there. The longest friend she's ever had. So she wants that friendship. I said, great, but I can't promise you it'll stay when you begin to set boundaries for yourself. When you say, I love me so much that I'm no longer allowing you to be abusive. I'm no longer giving permission for myself to be abused. Not by you or anyone else. I'm learning to spend time with myself over wanting time with another. Yes, self-care for sure. Spending time with others, like having the balance of that, because sometimes we use others to distract ourselves. I realized the other day, it's taken me 4 years to recover from what I had done to myself when I was living in California. I was living on a calendar. There was a spot, I was filling it up. I was pushing for what I thought I wanted. Yeah, for sure. So I'm filling up the calendar, and I'm like, I am exhausted on every level. And I told my husband, I said, I quit some things. And I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing it this way. Well, we'll see. You do what you want. I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing this again. COVID happened. I was like, oh, thank God. Not what happened, but that I can stop. Then what happens? All these programs on Zoom. And I caught myself filling up the calendar again. Came here, I do this, I do my work, I go to some meetings. I don't go out very much. It's taken 4 years. I realized, because I told him the other day, I said, I'm ready to get out in the community a little bit. So, and start contributing and being in the community, because he's well enmeshed already in the community. Not enmeshed, he's well in the community and known in the community. I am not. I'm known as his wife. And people like me and they like me being around, but I'm not out in it. So I said, I'm ready to go do something. I'm not ready to do what I did before, but I am ready to put myself out there a little bit more and get involved where I decide and where it's a good fit and where I energetically, it's about asking when you get into these things. That somebody asked me about being on this board for this nonprofit organization. So asking all the right questions and what's expected and what am I expecting? All those things where I'm not depleting myself all over again or coming in uninformed. There's definitely things that you learn as you go, but just give me the information. I'm spending time to figure out what I truly want. That takes time. What's the motive? Am I wanting it to feed my ego, or am I wanting it to feed my soul? Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, lovelies. Anything else? Let's do one of these. The elemental empath before we depart for our day. Any comments or questions? Is there anything else for me to say? Amen. Not again. I'm doing it my way now. Fully supported by the universe. For me, my passion is with God. That dude is really giving me the reassurance I've been looking for. I love that. And that reassurance comes, straight from a feeling, and then also people. God speaks through people all the time. So good. I'm glad you're getting a lot of validation. It's exciting. It's exciting. And it's exciting that I've seen you grow. All of you. I've known all of you now for a while. So getting to see you grow. My goal is that I'm working on this plan. Yes. Well, it's said in some rooms that I go to for 12 steps. If you want to make God laugh, make plans. And be prepared for them to change. My intuition, yes, I'm hearing him. Awesome. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. This is Moon. It's a number. I had to pull it away so I can read it. Number 1. So, new beginnings. Moon phases. Honor the phases. Respect where you are. Self-care. Sync with cycles. Right? Can't make it up. We just went through the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse before that. So we've been in this eclipse season, and then the 999. And it's just an intense month, and it's not slowing down. For all y'all are like waiting, God, can we just have a break? The break is learning how to ride through it and take care of yourself. That's the break. Resting when you need to. Taking a bath, taking a shower. Can't make that up, right? Not at all. Going for a walk, putting your feet on the ground. Go sit in a chair and put your feet barefoot on the ground if you don't walk barefoot. And just let yourself absorb the ions from the earth. If you're near water, go stand in the water. Take a bath. Use a little sea salt. Yeah, can't make that up. I just crave pasta and sugar now too. And it's okay. It's okay. Let yourself eat what you eat. Do not beat yourself up. Some of the things that you crave are helping your body upgrade. What are sugar? When it hardens, and you remember, have you ever been, we've gone to some of those old like gold mining towns, and in the candy store they have those crystal sugars. It's crystallized. It's heavy. I feel called to it because it's grounding. Yes, it's carbs, but it's grounding you. Yes, like grounding. Some people like meat. I'm a carnivore. I eat meat. So that's one of the things that grounds me. It'll change. Just yeah, the rock candy. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, sugar is crystallized. So we're turning into crystals. And our DNA, it's being crystallized. Crystalline. Coming into the crystalline body. So that rock candy, yes. So my point of all that is, if you're craving something, you don't have to gorge on it, but honor that. Right? Just honor that. Now, if you're eating sometimes we eat for comfy. I actually crave veggies. Yep. Right. So if you told me a year ago I'd be craving it, I would have laughed. Oh my gosh, for sure. For real. Because once the sugar's out, we don't crave it anymore. Once like the alcohol, I've been in recovery a long time. So once the alcohol's out of your system, you don't crave it anymore. I did pretty committed to this Ayurvedic food for a while. And when I met all the palate senses, I didn't have cravings. Veggie fruit shake every morning. I love it. So when we're meeting all the needs of our senses and our body gets the nutrition it needs, we don't have a lot of different cravings. But I can tell you the sugar thing it has to do with the upgrade. I still fast. I only eat what I want between 2 and 7. Whatever works for you. If that feels aligned and that works for you, do it. Be gentle with yourself. Just be gentle with yourself. And you can check in with yourself. If you find yourself like, just eating like crazy, what's my motive? Am I eating emotionally? Or am I eating because that's what my body needs right now? Recipe, please, Mel. All right, lovelies. We've been on a minute here. Thank you. Appreciate you. I am grateful for you. I love you all very much. If you're interested in the Consciously Evolving Empath, check it out. There's payments available. It's going to be 3 weeks, 3 sessions, and then the support in Telegram. So full 3 weeks of support to move through what we're doing. So I'm super excited about that. So we can come into deeper layers of our wholeness, integrating that shadow side. All right, lovelies, have a fabulous weekend. Next week, I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I'm out of town the next 2 weekends, so I'm not sure what day I'll come in. So I'll post it and stay tuned for that. I am much better at that. Yum, yum, nom, nom. Slow down. Aware now. Yes, very good. Good stuff, people. All right, lovelies, have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you soon. Namaste.